Nature is important to us. Plants and animals are part of nature. So are trees, water, and air. People get things they need from nature. Things in nature that people use are called natural resources. People need to be careful about how they use natural resources. If they don't conserve natural resources, it will cause challenges to the way people live. To conserve means to protect natural resources. There are many different environments. Everything around us is our environment. Different environments have different land, weather, plants, and animals. One environment could have mountains, cold weather, and be very wet. Another environment could have rivers, warm weather, and be very dry. People live different ways in different environments. They work and play differently depending on where they live. What is your environment like? We live in different environments. People often live in environments that have many natural resources. A place near a river has fish and water that people can use. Deserts have harsh environments that make it difficult to live there. Some people do live in deserts, but water and other resources have to be brought in. People also need to live in safe places. For example, many people do not want to live near volcanoes that can erupt. What natural resources are in your environment? The environment affects jobs. Environments also affect the jobs that people have. Many jobs in an area are related to the natural resources in that environment. If people live next to an ocean with fish, they can be fishers. If people live in a place good for farming, they become farmers. Some jobs need certain natural resources. People who live far from oil fields cannot drill for oil. What are other jobs that use natural resources? Using nature for food. We use plants and animals for food. Different foods come from different environments. Fish live in oceans, lakes, and rivers, while cows live in grassy places. People raise pigs, sheep, and chickens for food. Farmers grow crops for food. Some crops like wheat grow well on the plains where the weather is hot and dry. Other plants need rainy environments. Think about the foods that you eat. What parts of the environment are these foods from? Using nature for clothing. We use plants and animals to make clothing. Cotton comes from a plant that only grows in warm climates. People weave cotton threads into cloth. Woolen cloth comes from the hair of sheep and other animals. People spin the hairs into yarn, and the yarn is used to make clothes for cold winter. Look around you. What clothing comes from plants and animals? Using nature to make shelters. We use nature to make shelters. Shelters help to keep people safe. One way people make shelters is by using trees from forests to make homes. People also use stones to build homes. The stones they use can come from many different places. Some people use soil to make homes. In some deserts, they mix mud with straw to make bricks.